Hi guys, today we're going to react to MyType by Hanabie. It's been a while. This is a Buy Me a Coffee request from Dan W60. Thank you, Dan, for this request. We appreciate all your ongoing support.
Thank you, Dan. We appreciate the never-ending support and for bringing us back to Hanabie. It has been a long while.
This throws me right back into all the multitude of reasons why we love Hanabie. It's immediately engaging. Their music videos are super invested. It's very nice to see the girls sing again. Matsuri, I think, leads this one with main vocals, and Yukina is accompanying with her scream as well. Beautiful combination between the two. It's very exhilarating. It's a very visceral experience. Looking at Hanabie is like looking at a force of nature. I'm enjoying it very much.
They are definitely a force of nature. Their video clips are also always very colorful, much like their personalities, I think, at least the stage personalities. The thing about Yukina, we've seen a lot of singers who have both the rough vocals and the clean vocals, but I think hers, it's just the difference is probably wider than everyone else because her clean vocals are not regular clean vocals. She sings in that baby style sort of Japanese, or it's a bit kind of squeaky, kind of cute, and then she goes into the rough and it's like Dr. Jekyll and Miss Yukina. It's amazing every time. Just love it. Takes me back to seeing them live on stage. They are always full of energy. This one is slightly different in the way that you mentioned with Matsuri leading the vocals in a way. She sings like she's the sort of the front of it in a way.
Yeah.
Yukina is kind of accompanying, kind of, I guess, but it's always an amazing combination and full of energy. They just do not slow down, and I just love the thing about them that they are the band with the most to say. I think there's always something slightly political, some kind of an observation about society or something like that in almost every song. Even though it sounds like it's not about something serious, it kind of is as well. I just love this band, and it's refreshing to go back to them after a fairly long while.
Yeah. Also about Yukina, something that I can never unsee. She has a mischievous resting face. There's a mischievous energy that comes from her, and she's not making a face. That's her. That's her face.
They're all awesome as always, and just another fantastic song so far.
Around mind and about mind. Hey, want to know my own time. 6 times. Hey, want to know your own time. 6 times. たった一言みんな混乱中丸分かりの診断テスト 6 times.うちら中間者論理学者式だよじ 現代人見ないとおかしい違うを覚めた迷わず階段を進めた己と向き合い冷やわせねえねえ何タイプ？あ、IN あれなんだっけあれ INT もう覚えらんないみんなでチルタイム T とか F とか中無人で理想を手に about mind.
Yukina makes me smile every time. It's like, I'm so cute. I'm gonna kill you. I love it.
Yeah.
She scares me a little, which I like. Another awesome song. I just love their energy. It kicks ass.
But Suri has almost an amusingly indifferent expression on her face. She looks like whatever, but she gives the performance of a lifetime. There's a dissonance between the level of enthusiastic energy and between the expression that she has.
I don't know. I get the feeling that that's on purpose because they have to be different. The two of them kind of lead the band, so they have to be different to give you something else, and they do it beautifully. This is another song that does what they tend to do, and it's a fun, energetic song. And then when you look at the lyrics, well, the translation of the lyrics, you understand that it's definitely saying something about today's society. And it's basically about modern identity, probably about the struggle with identity and you know, today's maybe more so young folk, I'd say, maybe the younger people who just are obsessed with categorizing themselves into some kind of box or into a group, I guess, to feel like they belong. That's where this sort of identity struggle comes from. The fact that they put it like in this guise of a fun, catchy song, I think sucks us into this message of theirs, because you get in there and then you have to know, what is this about? And the song kind of gives you this idea of the chaos that life is. That's the kind of the way they perform. I think they've hit on this thing before of exploring themes of self-discovery and personal identity, but this one feels a bit more specific. It talks about 16 types, and that's 16 types, 16 personality types, and basically, you know, which one are you or which ones are you, and how people have to fit themselves into one or a few of those just for the feeling of belonging. But it comes to a point where, like, why do you care? Why do you not want to be an individual? Why do you need to classify yourself into a group all the time? I think that's where kind of the critique is. And it's also about this sort of cyber generation. It mentioned that in the beginning.
It's multitudes of people who live online, or more so communicate with each other mainly online, either for work relationship or romantic relationships. It's all online. So they're not using the instruments that people have to communicate face to face. I think to a certain level, it's a tragedy. It became a foreign practice to talk to people in the street. People do that less and less. If you open a window in any, say, first world country and you look at outside your window, you'll likely see people walking in the street and they're in their phones. They don't talk to each other anymore. It's become a very serious problem for all of us because it's not real. Not really. You're missing a lot of the interaction that has to do with conveyed energy between two people when they converse face to face. And I think it's crucial for deep and meaningful connections. It's crucial for us as a species, not just something that has to do with a few people or me in particular.
I agree with what you're saying. I don't know if the song goes into that so much, but it kind of has become part of this whole thing, because people not only sort of categorize themselves or identify themselves by their online personas. It's not always the real them. Well, generally it's not, but they always feel the need for comparison. They need to compare themselves to other people. So it's always some kind of a competition. Everybody's trying to live their best life online because they can't do it in real life. So instead of really trying to do it in real life, it's like, everybody, look how happy I am, look how good everything is. This, I feel, is critical of sort of those challenges, I guess, of self-identity in the digital age. Because the flip side of that is that people are often judged using all these sort of superficial online personas that I was talking about. It's superficial traits. It's like a weird code. And I think that older people like us find a lot of it very foreign in a way. Like, we don't really understand the need for it or why people do that and why do they behave the way that they behave. But younger people are growing into that, and it's become sort of the only language they know. There's a little bit of going into exploring things like attraction and love and individuality in this song, but it really rides hard on the whole self-identity and categorization of oneself, which is, to me, kind of a scary thing.
Yeah, and also what you said about the 16 types of personalities, which one are you? I think those personalities were thought of and compiled and categorized so that people can have guidelines about what types are they, so they can improve their lives, so they can know themselves better. But what people are doing that often with these personalities, they're using those types of personalities to have something that signifies them, to have some sort of appeasement with finding answers of why they are the way they are. So they they'll always have an excuse for why their lives aren't going as they wanted to. I'm not getting where I need to get because I'm this type of personality, or I'm this type of personality, that's why I'm better than others. Something in those lines. It has become a form of belief system, almost religion, to forcibly put yourself in a box that says, I'm this type.
I don't know, like to me, a lot of these online fitting yourself into boxes, and people will say it's expression, but it's basically trying to be someone you are not. Anything that you can't accomplish and that you can't get to in your real life and in your interpersonal skills with other people, people do it online. Online, they are more verbose, they are more expressive, they have all these opinions. Sometimes they don't have those in real life. So it's almost like it's a different personality. They're online personas. And people vicariously live through this thing and feel as though they're accomplishing something. But in reality, they're accomplishing nothing, because none of what this online persona portrays is really them. And I think this is part of what this song is kind of critiquing in a way.
I think an online persona, to some extent, is the best surrogate you have for a personality. It's the best self you can present. It's fake, but you control it 100%. You control what people see at all times, and you don't have to leave your home even for it. It's like an avatar that does more harm than good, and many of us can't see it yet. Every time you come across a polished profile of a person on social media, on Instagram, or something that presents that people are like recording their lives, nobody's life looks like that. When you see everything is awesome and everything is great, nobody lives their lives like that.
It's falling into a situation where you don't have to present your real self, which is something that they're very scared of, I think, or a lot of them are. They don't really like themselves in a lot of cases. But again, we're generalizing. But I think it's interesting. It's interesting that this Hanabie song kind of took us to this discussion, and these are our opinions of it. Old people opinions.
It all started with Yukina's mischievous face.
Yeah, and again, brings me back to saying, awesome band, love the song, love the message. I love everything about Hanabie, and we should react to them more often. Thank you, DanW60, for this request, for taking us back to Hanabie. Awesome band. We appreciate your constant support. You are absolutely awesome. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks, Dan, for this Hanabie request. It's been a long time. We missed Hanabie. More like this would be much appreciated. We appreciate all your support as well. Thank you. If you enjoyed this episode, guys, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and click the little bell icon so you get notified on all our future videos. If you have a song in mind you'd like us to react to, please make your request through BuyMeACoffee. The link is at the top of the description below. Thank you all for sticking with us. Thank you all for your time.
As always, our Hanabie reactions playlist should be up on the screen sometime about now. Give it a click, check it out. Awesome band, awesome music. We're sure you'll love them as much as we do. Thank you so much for all the support you're throwing our way. We appreciate you oh so much. We'll be back in a couple of days with a new episode, and we hope to see you all then. Thanks again, guys. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.